honestly, I'm probably going to the Lambo store next weekend. What is goody, my people? We are back again with another gem. Listen, y'all, I had my freaking biggest trade ever. I made the most amount of money in one single trade than I ever have in my entire trading career. Now, it's crazy that I used to literally, when I was first starting off trading, when I was first trying to learn it, I would see these videos come on YouTube. I'll see these videos go on Instagram where people posting these screenshots of making 10K, 20K in one trade. And I'm like, bruh, I cannot wait till I'm at that point. And it was never in my mind like, if I'm gonna make it there, you know what I'm saying? It was more so when, you know what I'm saying? When. And the more and more I keep like actually doing this and being in the field and making this money, am I just like so appreciative that I stuck through it all. And that's something that I just wanna share with y'all, bro. Stick through it. It literally gets better. It gets much freaking better. So today I'm gonna break down my exact trade. I'm gonna break down my thought process behind it all. I'm gonna break down everything that has to do with this trade. And hopefully, when you guys watch this all the way through, you guys be able to take it and learn from it so you can start printing these big body bags, start making this big body money as well. So if you're excited for this video, smash the like button. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Hit the post notification bell so you can be notified whenever I drop these bangers. And without further ado, let's hop right into this. All right, so here we are on the trade. Now, this trade pocketed me $27,800 and something dollars. I don't even remember the rest of it. And if y'all have watched my other videos, you guys have known that my previous record was $26,000. And y'all might be like, oh, you just made $1,000 extra. But the reason this trade made me like so, it just hit so hard, you know what I'm saying? It's because on my MetaTrader, I saw a number that I'd never seen before. You know what I'm saying? A number like my trade reached a certain limit that I have never seen before, and I'll break down exactly what that was and why I actually didn't even profit at that exact level. But I still did make the most money I've ever made in my entire life from one single trade with this trade. But let me break down exactly what happened. So as y'all know, I have this same strategy I always use. I use it all the time. I've talked about it inside my course. If you want to get access to my course, it's free, included in my signals chat. So if you guys don't know, I do have a signals chat. You can click the link inside the description or the comment section down below. But I have a signals chat where I put out every single trade I take. If I'm in a trade, y'all will see it in the signals chat. You know what I'm saying? I don't hold out and only put out one trade a week or something like that. I put in every single trade I hop in. So if that's something that interests y'all, it's a link inside the description. Also, that comes with a whole free course that has all of my strategies, all my psychology on it. That's the most valuable part about the signals chat, for being honest. But yeah, so this is the same strategy that I talk about inside of my course. I take the London high and the London low on NAS, trading NAS 100. That is the only pair that I do trade religiously. I'm very loyal to my girl NAS, you know what I'm saying? But I'll drop my London high and my London low, and then I'll basically wait for reactions off of these zones right here. Now, as we see in the morning time, it's sold off right here. I would not have entered into this sell right here when it kind of broke through and retested it and then dropped back down, just because it was too early in the morning. I don't like hopping in as soon as the market opens, and this is market open at 8:35 Central Standard Time for me, so I would not have hopped into that. But it did drop down here, and I was waiting literally all day for it to come back up into this zone to enter into this buy right here. So basically, you know what I'm saying, what happened, honestly, I was supposed to catch this trade right here. This was my original trade that I was looking for. I wanted price to come all the way back from down here and kind of work its way up, come into my zone again, break, and then retest it, then shoot back up, and I was going to go in for a buy. But I was busy when this happened, so I did not get to catch my entry. So I figured I'd wait for the second best, which was wait for it to break past the London high zone, and then come back down, retest it, and then shoot up and give me a nice, beautiful entry. And that's exactly what it did. But this would have been my trade if I hopped in down here. I would put my, I would enter the trade right here, stop loss right below this candlestick. And I would have had my take profit. I would have had multiple take profits, but I would have had my take profit, my ultimate take profit up here, which would have been like a 1 to 8.8 restore ratio, which would have been an extremely freaking crazy amount of money. I probably honestly would have settled for this zone right here, which was my TP1 for my trade that I actually did take. But that's nonetheless, we didn't catch that trade, so let's not even talk about it, right? So this is the trade. I'm going to show you guys exactly why I took it. So if we rewind right here, I'm seeing price right now. I'm watching my phone at this point. I'm seeing price come up to my zone. It broke through beautifully. It had no like retracement at all, but I do not like seeing all these black candlesticks, all this buying pressure without any type of reversal back. So I was waiting for that. So I saw it come and pull back. I saw a huge rejection up in this zone right here. So I was wary of it. Then I saw it come down, and all I really wanted right here was a rejection off this box, which I didn't really like this rejection ultimately, just because I feel like it went down a little bit too far. So I waited for a second candlestick to enter the trade instead of entering right here. And what happened was it ended up still like playing going down. So I didn't enter into this trade, and it's a good thing because it did end up kind of dropping back down. And then coming up into my box again. Now, usually when price breaks through a zone, whether it's breaking up on the upside or breaking on the downside, when it comes down to retest it, and then it gives us a false reversal off of the zone like this. Let's say I hopped into this trade right here at this point, I would have got stopped out. But usually, if you're trading in the direction of the trend, which is very, very important, and I've noticed this, keep in mind, I've back tested this strategy like, I don't think y'all understand. I've back tested this strategy as far back as TradingView lets you go multiple times. Like I literally have the notes on my phone. So I've seen this set up multiple freaking times. So I was very confident hopping in this trade. But like I was explaining to you guys, when it comes and breaks through, and then retest, and then gives a fake reversal off of here, and then ends up breaking through again, but then gives strong, solid buys back up. It creates a lower point right here. This is a great trade for me. The reason why is because it gives me a nice bottom. It gives me a point where it's most likely not going to go through. It gives me two bottoms. This is how I like to think about it. So the first bottom would ultimately, once it breaks above here, the first bottom would ultimately be our London high zone, which is this yellow box. But then our safer bottom, which gives another bounce off area, would be this zone right here. So that's why I do like taking these trades where it kind of breaks above it, then kind of breaks through it as if it's a false breakout, and then ends up going through it again. Just due to the fact that I do have a higher win rate with those type of trades, so I don't mind taking them at all. But I saw this candlestick. I saw it come through and break through again. This time, I didn't really wait for a break and retest. I entered on this third candlestick right here. Once I realized that the 15-minute time frame showed a nice bottom right here. As you see, it was a bunch of black candlesticks, which is technically green candlesticks if you have your charts like that. But then it had a little relief system right here, which is really what I wanted to see. So then I ended up hopping to the trade right here. It did end up coming down a little bit, but ultimately I had like no drawdown at all. Like it came, I was in the trade, it was playing around, and then it literally went up. And after it went up, I don't think I saw any more red after this, if I believe. And how my trades basically work, I have two take profits. I have one where I'll put it at break even. This line right here is basically where I put it at break even at. So once it reached this area right here, hit TP1, I'll put it at break even. And the reason I put it there is because it lines up with this high, and it also has a whole bunch of consolidation on the lines over here as well. So I felt like this was a nice area. So that was my TP1. Once it reaches TP1, I just moved my stop loss to break even. And my full take profit was actually based off of this trade I taken yesterday, which ended up being a break even. Well, the day before this trade, which ended up being a break even. I just went with the same take profit, which lined up with this kind of supply zone. I mean, demand zone. No, supply zone up here. Yeah. So that was basically how I set up my stop losses and take profits. Obviously, my stop loss is below this box. And price came, it shot up, shot up, shot up. And keep in mind, right, I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. At this point, and this isn't even like my biggest trade, like the biggest amount of pips I've ever caught, but it was just the risk to reward ratio here, which made me be able to see a higher figure on my MetaTrader. We'll see a higher profit level. And basically what happened, right? I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. I chickened out. I usually have my rules where it reaches break even and I move it to break even, and I don't touch the trade until it takes me out the trade. But I chickened out because I started getting very, very emotionally attached to the money. That's why I hate looking at the freaking money. Usually when I'm in a trade, I just look at the chart. I try not to open my MetaTrader because then you look at the money and you're like, dang, that money look good. I could take that out and buy a Lamborghini or something. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, I believe, let me see. Yeah, so this was the candlestick where I saw $32,000 on my MetaTrader, and I never seen $30,000 on MetaTrader before. Well, in one trade. Y'all know what I'm talking about, where it shows you how much in profit y'all are. I saw 32, and I was, at that point, I was kind of strong. I was like, okay, I see 32. It's close to my take profit. I'm going to just chill. I'm not even going to look at my phone no more. My wife was in the bathroom doing her hair and all that, and I'm running back and forth. I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. And then I was like, usually I'm really good with this. You know what I'm saying? Usually I'm really good with my psychology, but I guess this day I was weak. I don't know what happened to me, but I was weak. I was a chicken. I kept yelling, I'm a chicken. I'm scared. And I ended up closing out the trade at 27,000 when it did this little pullback right here. You know what I'm saying? It pulled back a little bit. And I ended up hopping out of the trade with a $27,000 profit, which I'm not mad about. I was more so mad at myself for being a freaking chicken and backing out of the trade instead of holding it like I always do. That's a rule for y'all. Don't ever look at the money, because you will fold. I promise you. It's hard, especially when it's big numbers that you don't see before. Like if this was saying $20,000 or $15,000, I'd have been perfectly fine. I would have held it and not even looked at my phone. But it's just due to the fact that it was showing just like huge. Well, huge to me, I guess, because y'all probably like, oh, I see $100 million on my trading view all the time. Shut up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I was seeing 32,000, and then I saw 32,000 go down to 24,000 at one point, and I was like, no, I want to get a high score. I want to get a high score today. That's what I was thinking in my head. So as soon as it went up past 26,000, I kind of just closed the trade, and then I actually did. It actually worked out pretty well, because the price did end up coming down. And it would have taken me out at break even a little bit later on in the day, I believe, because it never actually did end up hitting my full take profit. As you see, it stopped literally 3 pips off of my take profit, which obviously I would have not lost money on this trade, but I just wouldn't have capitalized on the actual trade overall. It actually was just consolidating a bunch, and then the next day it ended up coming down to actually officially take me out at break even. And I can kind of break down the next days for y'all. I took one break even, and I did lose the other day. I haven't done like a trading day recap for y'all in a little while, so I might as well just go through it now. So it's the same as that process, waiting for reactions based off of the London highs on the lows. I figured we get a nice double bottom here. So it tapped into my zone. I saw it, and then it bounced. It bounced up right here, and this is where I hopped into the trade. And all I was going for was this last high right here, but it ended up stopping at the London high, which it does do a couple times, but I was perfectly fine with losing that. Or not even, I didn't lose it. It broke even. So it took me out of break even right here. And then I tried to enter to another trade here because I see it's still respecting this zone. But I hate trading this late in the day, but I still did end up hopping into the trade. But this trade did end up losing. I was in profit a little bit, I believe, for a little bit. And then it just crashed down and just took me out the trade, which, you know what I'm saying? You win some, you lose some. You're not really mad about losses when you automatically know how much you're willing to lose, and you automatically put in your mind, okay, there's a chance I lose this amount of money. But if you just Hail Mary in it and risking your whole entire account, then this would have probably made you really sad. But for me, it was perfectly fine, especially because I was still feeling great about the last trade that I took. But that is the end of the video. Hope you guys kind of was able to get something out of it. Y'all can see the transparency that I have with y'all. I'm probably the most transparent YouTuber y'all ever seen in your life. Other YouTubers wouldn't have told you that they folded and closed the trade out early. I did, and I don't care, because what are you going to do? Nothing. That's what I thought. You know what I'm saying? But all jokes aside, hopefully y'all was able to get something out of it and get kind of just a view into my eyes. Like I said, if y'all want to be in the trades with me, if y'all want to see every trade I take, if y'all want to see my course where I break down my signals and where I break down my strategies, where I break down the psychology and all that, it's a link inside the description. I'll also comment it down below inside the comments, so y'all can check it out, obviously. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure y'all like the video if y'all enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Hit the post notification bell so you can be notified whenever I drop these bangers. You know what I'm saying? If you enjoy bangers, watch this freaking video right here. This was a certified banger. I took my wife and taught her, well, I didn't even teach her how to trade. I just gave her my Forex trading account and see if she could do something with it, with her being her first time trading. And it actually went pretty well. So check the video out. And that's really about it. Deuces.